Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. Now, last episode we were working on this lovely medical room in the bottom right. Now that happened for me about 2 months ago because some things happened, Easter holidays especially, and I really didn't have time to record, and I was also a bit out of it, but I'm back for now. I think that might have cut out. I might have done that a bit loudly. Yeah, but I'm back, so good. We're going to be following this up with another Space Engineers series, a multiplayer one, starting next week. So hopefully that'll be good. It's with some chaps from Colonel Failure's Bad Company, or Fail Brigade, as it will soon known to be called. Anyway, so since time has passed, we do have Space Just Got Real, which means that as this goes down, and I could probably manipulate with some menus, you'll see that this entire thing gets darker and darker until it's pitch black. The solar panel thing's on the blitz, on the fritz, because well, I was messing around with the time of day, and I don't think it recovered. So let's go check that out. Yeah. Let's go check that out quickly. Here we go. You're saying dawn is in 3 minutes. It's not in 3 minutes, I can tell you that for certain. Right, let's recompile. Run. Let's hope you got your stuff together. Let's hope that fixes it. Yeah, as you can see, we can go into here. Everything goes dark because we've got no lights in here. You know, very bad for your eyes. I mean, I could be worse. This could be worse. And it will be worse. Give me a second. Much worse for your eyes, and I'm going to keep it like that because red screen of death looks much better than blue screen. Yeah. Anyway, oh god, that is going to create a red hue everywhere. I can't see a thing. Let's get some flashlights on. Right, so I've done a bit of recoloring of the base. As you can see, it's a bit red and also very dark. I'll do a brief jetpack tour. The solar panels, I've put half blocks in instead of full blocks, and I've welded them completely, just so that it looks a bit better, and these are actually more efficient in terms of how much energy they can get a day. I've finished construction of the medical room, which we started last episode. In addition, medical facility is online. I may need to do a bit of decorating because if I turn the lights off, it gets really, really dark in here. So that's good. Today, however, we're going to be working on our sorting system, or, well, yeah, sorting system. It's more going to be an inventory checker than anything else, and this is going to be a temporary area where we'll have it, and later on we'll move it to a different location, because we don't have enough screen space here. We've got some nice windows, though. Nice windows. Anyway, let's go on with the show, shall we? So we're going to need 2 things, 3. Yeah, we're going to want 3 things, possibly. I'll make up my mind in a second. Right, so we're going to need the, obviously, programmable blocks, since we are using scripts for this. Let's move over to a different tab. There we go. And we're also going to need a LCD screen. Since apparently this thing also doesn't require a timer block anymore, which is news to me, we'll just grab both the LCD types. Now, I don't know if I've still got displays available. I might have some. Yeah, we have 10. We need 1 for this, and we need additionals for the LCD panel, so we're going to need to grab some more. Unless we get rid of the LCD screen in the solar generator, which might be an option. Or, you know, killing some other things. So, display, we should have silicon for it. No, don't build 100, build 10. Yeah, we do have the silicon for it, good. Might need to get some more iron. I need to do a trip to the mine at some point. But this should give us enough for some displays. Right, so that's 8. Check the caravan, because I'm calling it a caravan now for some reason. Check the cargo rover to see if it's still got anything in. If it has, then I'm mightily unimpressed. Doesn't have anything. Okay, I'm mightily impressed that I remembered to take everything out. Right, so along with that, since we're going to be using a small LCD panel for now, since we're tight on budget, we're going to need 10 construction component, 10 computers, 20 odd steel. It's a bunch of things. Right, let's grab some 7 more of you. Let's grab some 10 of you, noting we won't be able to carry everything, unless we will, which will be fun. I am going to need some computers, please, because I can find those easily. I need some more iron. Yeah, of course I need iron. Dismantle. Disassemble. Let's disassemble some steel plates so that we can get some materials. Yeah, so we got those. We got that. We need a singular interior plate for the LCD panel. Checking again. We need a motor. We need 2 large steel tube. Yeah, we've got that. We also might want to use some bulletproof glass, not blast-proof glass. That would be ridiculous. 1. And we don't have enough display. We will have enough displays for this, so yeah. Because we're going to be using the wide LCD panel so that we can store more info. No, that's not. You're wrong, Jake. We won't be able to store more info, it'll just be wider. So we're just going to have 2 LCD panels. Didn't plan ahead for that, did we? No. Right, let's go outside and do some moving around. Right, so we should have done that. So I'm going to want, I don't know, 5 more displays. I'm going to need a couple more computers since we want to use computers quite a bit. We're also running very low on... No, we're not. It's just because we need less of it. I'm not paying attention at all. Let's grab the rest of it. Welcome to the unedited version of Space Engineers. If I haven't edited this out, you can thank me in the comments. And whether or not this will be edited shows my something. I was going to say something there, but I completely forgot what train of thought I'm on right now. Right, let's throw these. I have 100. Never mind. I did nothing wrong. No one saw that problem. That, I missed that I had 100 computers on me. Anyway, this should be it to get everything set up, and then I'll set up the second LCD. Now, since I've done this about a quadrillion times already, I should be able to do it improv without having to look at the wiki. Well, not the wiki, but you get the point. So we're going to LCD panel. We're going to say med room LCD Tim, because the Tim in the brackets means that this is the LCD panel that Tim will want to use. We'll change the parameters there later, just until I know it works. And then programmable block Tim. We're going to move some of these off of the terminal. No, we still want those on terminal. Right, so programmable block solar. Just to make it easier for me. Edit program, browse workshop. And we want Talden's inventory manager. Good. Check code. Good. Remember an exit. So technically this should be running now. He says. Tim. Inven. He might be wrong. Run. There we go. And hey presto, we've got this. So, just to check. Right, so we're going to take some steel plates out of the system because I want to check to see if this actually works properly. Actually, I might be able to do it through this. Give me a second. I want to rename this cargo container to Tim component. So if I move something here, it should move back. Unless I've done something wrong. That is the question. Right. pull that out. So technically there should be 606 in there. If this is updated, then we're good. It hasn't updated. Right, we need a timer block. Ooh, yeah, because if I run it again, run, you can see that, you know, still plates are done. Now, I realise that the version of Tim that I'm using is a bit outdated to the stuff that everyone else is using. I'll update that later, because right now I'm in the middle of an episode and I'll do it behind the scenes when I'm expanding. Anyway, 2 interior plate, 3 construction component, 1 computer. No. Let's try that again, Jake, because that was not the right one. Yeah, 6 interior plate, 30 construction component, 5 computer. My Sharona. Right, 6 EU. 6 computer, right? 5 computer, whatever. Let's run over here. We're going to place a time block here because space, I guess. Yeah. We want it this way round. Plonk. And the question is, how often do we want this to run? The answer to that is 5. We want it silent because otherwise it'll drive me insane. We want to name it Tim so that I know what I'm doing. Set up actions. Programmable block. Tim. I don't know why I've put Tim tags on it. Weird. Run. Confirm you don't need a... Yeah, run with default argument, thank you. And then activate yourself. Right, so start. You should trigger. Then at some point you should trigger again. Good, loop is happening, which means that this should now be automatically updating. Well, it will be useful to know if it was automatically updating. However, nothing's happening, so I can't tell you. I guess. Right, so we're going to build... No, we're not going to build a single detector component. We're going to build a single large tube. It's currently at 59. It's now at 60. Congratulations, we've got this working. Right, we'll be back in a second once I've added the rest of the LCDs and we'll get to doing some of the other management stuff. Okay, we are back, and so you can see over to the right hand side, we've got LCD screens. Now, the 2 LCD screens that I've gone for, because we are limited in terms of the resources we want to spend at this point, and also screen space that we have. We've got 2 of them. We've got one which is components, we've got one which is a composition of ingots and ores. They're both at the same font size and color, and I chose an orangey yellow because having a pure white one was just insane. But that's good. You can also see the lovely reflection, or pseudo reflection, in the LCD screens, which is kind of cool. Anyway, we've got the LCD sorted, so we're good on that front. Now, if we exit here, I've built a little path that goes up to the workshop because it was driving me insane having to go up the ramp every time. I'll construct this out at a later date. But right now, what we need to sort out is, drum roll, we need to start the sorting system, which I may have done already by accident, he says. Right, so the way that I've got the sorting system set up currently is that all the components we have will go into this cargo container. So all components into here when they're available. This won't happen for disassembling things because the script is nice like that. We've got a second cargo container which is just full of equipment. We're going to need to set that up at some point if I continuously die. And then we've got a ingot cargo container which contains ingots. Now I do want to change this just slightly. I want to add into here or P2, I believe is the correct one. I think it's semicolon. I might just have confused it. So basically what I'm attempting to do... That didn't work. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Right, so what we've currently got is we've got components flowing into this cargo container. We also have ingots flowing into into the one over here. If I go this way, we'll see that we've got ingots going in here. Now the problem with having the ingots going into the small cargo container is the small cargo container has finite volume. We can only get double the amount of resources that we currently have before we run out of space. I've also gone and done a resource run, which is why we've got some iron. I believe that's all the ore we have left, so that's nearly gone. But it is leaving us with about 41,000 ingots, which is good. Pretty good. Now there is something that I want to do in order to make the operation of the... I keep going the wrong way. Make the operation of the refinery that bit more effective. Because we're not moving to second refinery today, we'll do it some other time. But what I want to do is I want to throw in some modules. He says, doing very bad at manipulating the keyboard. Yeah, so the modules that we want to use is we want to use the yield module and the power efficiency module. Now, the speed module, which is what I've always used in the past, increases the speed at which the refinery does things. It also increases the power consumption, and since we're running on pure solar, and we haven't got the full solar array set up and we haven't got room for a second yet, we're not doing that. So we're not going to be using the productivity because the yield modules, since I can just leave it on the server overnight and we'll be fine because we've got solar energy. So that's good. Now the yield module, that will increase the yield that we get from ores, which means I have to do less mining. Thumbs up. Increases the amount of rare ores that we get, especially since I need to go get silver and gold, and that's painful to get in large quantities. So we want to start using some yield modules. Each of those is 100. Steel plate, 50 construction component, and a bunch of other things that we should have in surplus. Surplus. Might need to get some more construction component, but we do have steel plate. So good. And then power efficiency modules reduces the power consumption, which means that we can fit another assembler on top and have that assembler also fitted with things. Also just to make it so that we gain more more power when I leave this thing on. Currently we're sitting at, if I have a look over here, we are going to need to move these batteries at some point, and that's going to be painful. We're sitting at about 2.63, double that, which would be 5.16 megawatt hours, and that will be fully charged in 31 minutes of current power gen, which is not currently the best since it's dusk. But it does mean we're going to be good on power. We won't be good on power when we start using more electric vehicles. So the cargo rover is currently an electric vehicle. And we want to build some more vehicles, and the more electricity we use in those vehicles, the more electricity we need to generate. Or the less electricity we want to use. So that's why we're going to stick some power efficiency. So the plan is we're going to fit a single power efficiency module. So if I fit that on there, I go grab the materials. Going to need 100 EU, and then we're going to need some small steel tube and some construction component. Let's fit that together. Noting that this thing has 100% power efficiency currently. We're going to need about 4D construction, 2 motors, 10 large steel. Right. It is very dark here. Let's turn on the flashlight. Right. 4 of you, and I want 10 of you. So 3 and 2 motors. Cool. We also have like several hundred motors left at the ore refinery. The iron mine. I've yet to get that, but I'll do it off camera. There we go. So we've got a power efficiency of something good. Yeah, so we've got a power efficiency of 150%, which basically means that we are using 2/3 the power that we were. So if we do another one, that will give us half the power that we were, and that's pretty good. But this is reduced to 300 kilowatts. I'm fine with that, I think. Possibly. Is there a way to turn off the module? Yeah, so if we turn that off, then we go to Refinery. See, we use 560. So, all good things. So, get that module back. because several hundred kilowatts is quite useful at this stage in the game. And then, of course, we want to add the next couple. I'm going to add them in horizontal so that I can do them quicker. Also for style, though whatever style I'm going for, I have no clue. We need 100 construction component, which means that we need to fire up this guy. Build some, build some 200. I know what I'm doing. Let's get those guys. Stick them. 30 steel plate, 20 metal grid. So 20 metal grid, and then 30 small steel. Gonna need 7? Yeah. 7 of you, and then 10 motors. Cool. 7 and 10 and construction components. Right. So whilst we wait for the rest of the components to be built, we'll have a look at the stats. Right, so if we go have a look at this, we are now at an effectiveness of 141%. Which is pretty good, right? Means we're getting 41% more resources per ore, which is cool. We can probably get this up to 182%, 183%, depending on the decimal point value of that, which it's not showing. But that's fine, that's cool. At some point we probably want to get a module mod in so that I can use better effectiveness tools, because this refinery at 41%, whilst it's fine, it's not the best. We can still do better. So, yeah, that'll do for now. Probably got the last one in, shall we? Since we have the resources now. Right, so I want you, I want 20 of you, 10 metal grid, 5 motors. 10 metal grid, 5 motors, bish bash bosh. Congratulations everybody, we've got a yield module. Cool. Right, so that's thrown us up to 161. 168, of course it is. So 68% efficiency, well 68% ore efficiency, 50% additional power efficiency, which should mean that we can do this much easier. Now I'm going to go and mine some resources. Particularly I'm going to go back to the iron area and get some more iron. I am going to want to change around the design for that because I have come up with a better design of the arm itself, which means that we should be able to operate a larger area and include the stuff underneath us. In addition, I need to go mine some silicon, I think. Yeah, mine some silicon, mine some silver, mine some gold, so that we can get some more batteries and therefore more power storage. And then also we want to set up another solar array or finish the construction of this one. And then we should be able to get to building some more vehicles. Well, vehicles that can do more things than just move things around. But until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.